Stellan's mill used to grow the sweetest berries in the spring. I wonder where we'll get them from now.
Oh, hello. Please don't laugh. I'm having a terrible time, and this cart isn't even a half of it. Though you look rather experienced. Maybe it's fortuitous that you came along. You might be just the right person to help me. You've heard about dragon mounds, right? They're ancient dragon burial sites. Centuries old. The Dragon War, the Dragon Cult. I'm over-explaining. The job is simple. I just need some charcoal rubbings from those mounds. I intended to. I hired this cart and everything. But as you can see, that didn't work out. Maybe I was foolish to try and do this on my own. I don't have a lot of field experience. Almost none. But you could handle this, right? I'll pay you. Thank you for helping. It's a big relief. I need rubbings from 2 dragon mounds. One south of here, and another off to the east. I'm particularly interested in any symbols that look like dragons, but anything you find will help. Oh, you should read Historia Draconis. The writer was an eyewitness. Very briefly, in ancient times, dragon priests and the dragons ruled over the Nords. More like slaves, really. Unless you joined the dragon cult. Right. The Nords revolted. A few dragons even fought against their own kind. The texts say thousands on thousands of Nords died, but I think that's exaggerated. Eventually, they defeated the dragon priests and their dragons. We're still sorting that out. The Historia claims the Nords killed them all, but it's biased. Some scholars think the cultists sacrificed themselves to become Draugr. That way they could protect the dragons and priests buried in the mounds. Oh, that's easy. Most of the burial sites are still buried and therefore inaccessible. These 2 happen to be at the surface and may have the rubbings I need. If my research is correct, of course. There's more, but let's start with this, at least. I really don't know. I've never really done research in the field before. I plan to go in armed to the teeth, just in case. A lot of good that did me. I bought all this adventuring gear and have nothing to show for it. You're back! I'm so glad to see you. I hope it wasn't too dangerous. I feel like I should have gone with you, but I probably would have slowed you down. Oh, the rubbings! Did you get them? How exciting! I can't believe I get to examine these myself. Fieldwork is wonderful! Now, I just have to hope they confirm my theory. Well, the glyphs here are definitely Merethic era, with Nord inclusions that have... Sorry, I'll skip all that. These symbols resemble those on dragon cult tablets. I think they're charms that speed up the release of the dragons from their mounds. Well, something like that. It happened in Elsewhere, didn't it? Now that I have these, there's one final mound to investigate. I have to physically go there this time. Would you still be willing to help me? I'm not sure I can do this alone. There's a dragon mound farther down the road, a big one. When I first entertained this theory, I made a warding spell, one that should seal whatever's inside permanently. It's difficult to cast, however. I need someone to watch my back. It certainly happened in Elsewhere, didn't it? Everyone thought dragons were gone for good, and now the giant lizards are burning villages. Is that what happens if I do nothing? You were? Then you saw what they did. Is it so unlikely it could happen here? And I have so many questions to ask you, but later. I wasn't sure about this last part. I needed the rubbings to know. Besides, if I said I needed you to maybe help me cast a spell to seal up a dead dragon, you'd think that was ridiculous. Everyone else does, especially my mentors. Sure? No. But what if I'm right? I know it's all untested theory, but if the alternative is a dragon waking up, then I think I should try. I've seen all the reports of the slaughter in Elsewhere. It sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I've made it this far with no catastrophes. That has to count for something, right? Is the area safe? I'm so nervous. Oh, right, of course. You're the one who knows what to do. I brought my dagger in case there are giant bugs or something. I've never stabbed a giant bug before. Is it as icky as it sounds? Wonderful. So those tales about being dragged into caves and devoured by frostbite spiders are just stories to make children behave? Don't answer or you'll scare me out of doing this. Lead on to the mound.
Yeah.
I'm not sensing any strange energies. I don't know if that's good or bad. Are you ready to head inside? We need to go to the center of the mound. That's the best place for my spell. Here we go. Don't worry, everything's fine. I'm not panicking. There. Oh, it worked. At least I think it worked. No rumblings, no explosions, so that's promising. But that spell took a lot out of me. Could you help me out of here? Maybe as far as the road? Let's hurry. I don't want to linger here. Here we are, entirely uneaten. Oh, thank you for your help. I had no idea fieldwork was so invigorating. I can't wait to tell my peers at the Antiquarian Circle all about it. Oh, really? I'm very new, our latest member. I only joined recently. Anyway, this is wonderful. Imagine the coincidence of my asking you, a fellow member, for help out here. Well, not exactly. Gabrielle made her skepticism quite clear. Is she always that blunt? She told me I could gather information as long as I didn't get directly involved. But I wanted to prove myself to the Circle. I hope I'm not in trouble. No! I mean, I don't think so. I took the initiative to deal with something that could be a big threat. That counts for something, right? I have to explain my findings to Gabrielle, and I promise to pay you, so meet me at the Circle. I'll meet you at the Antiquarian Circle in Solitude, near the Blue Palace. Oh, and don't worry, I promise to pay you, and I will. I left my gold at home in case I got eaten by something.
Yeah!
Sometimes it's safer to wander.
Ice heels walking the streets of Solitude? What's our hold coming to?
What?
Ah, you're here! Don't worry, I have your pay. I'm just finishing my notes. Though, if I'm being honest, I'm not as confident as I once was that my theory is correct. How can I really know that my spell worked? Not really. My whole theory depends on the idea that a dragon buried in that mound could conceivably rise from the dead. We know necromancers can raise human skeletons, so why not dragons? That's what my ward is supposed to stop. No. I researched thoroughly to make it unbreakable, but I just don't know if it worked. I expected some kind of reaction, but there was nothing. I don't know. What do you think? How should I present my findings to the Circle? You're right. I've always been self-conscious about my ideas. Too many competing scholars back home. But I created a competent ward, and if anyone tries to raise that dragon, they'll fail. I'm sure of it. Now, I need to get up the nerve to report my findings. Part of that includes telling Gabrielle that I went against her wishes. Hopefully she'll go easy on me. Thank you for listening, and for all your help. Oh wait, we're not done yet! I promised you compensation for your help, and I'm a Breton of my word. I know it's not much, but take this. And may we never see dragons over Solitude. Thank you for all your advice about the Antiquarian Circle. Who knows? Maybe we'll have another adventure together. If I know Gabrielle, I need to spend some time getting my details right. I might even go back out there for some more research. And don't worry, one of the more experienced antiquarians here has offered to help me. And then I go brave the lioness in her den. That's a very Breton way of saying I will present my facts and make the case that I'm right. And I am right.
Welcome to the circle, Karam.